What's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Jake for those that are new here, and this is part 3 to my tractor, the Case 1570. If you've not seen all of what is going on, there's a whole playlist about this tractor. If you're new here and you're like, well, what's up with this? Go back and watch all the videos. This will kind of catch you up to what is going on. But in this video, we are going to continue tearing down the axle and try to get everything cleaned up to go back together. I don't know about how much I'll get into this video. I'll try to keep it around 20 minutes. But anyways, for the most part, I'm gonna try to include as much as I can with the teardown and trying to get everything cleaned up to go back together, and maybe even parts of getting it back together. But anyways, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, there's a few things that we need out of the spindle cages here, and that is one bushing and the oil seal. That is what's left anyways. There's 2 bushings. This bushing that's in here is looking like it's brass. I'll have to look at a new one and see what it's like. But this is the side that we torched out on, and we have what's left of a oil seal to keep dirt out, and the other side is going to be the same way, but we didn't torch it, so I'm going to try to get these things out of here. Alright, I got both of the bushings out now. I think for the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to tear down my left side spindle here and repack the bearing on there. Make sure everything is good and of good repair anyways. Make sure that it's got plenty of grease in it. There is a grease zerk in the end of these that I'm sure is putting enough grease to it, but I'm not totally for sure on how much grease is in there, and I really don't want to overpack it. So I know on my right side here with us torching on it, I want to get a new oil seal for it. I'll first make sure that it's in good condition. If it is, I'll probably just leave it in. I know that we had grease running, liquid grease coming out of it, oil, however you want to say it, coming out the back side of it when we were torching so much, but I'll take a look at it and diagnose it from that point. But I think for now I'm going to work on the left side here. Alright, it's Saturday. Didn't work on much last night. Cleaned up the hubs and haven't tore them down completely yet, but today I'm going to be putting the front end on the back of my truck here and get everything cleaned up that way with the power washer. Dad, it don't make a bit of sense to. Are you gonna be ready to go? I have no idea. We're still a long ways off. The front axle here is cleaned up. I'm gonna continue cleaning it up as far as getting a lot of the majority of the paint off, but I think I'll wait until we get more of the parts together on it to be able to do so. I'll probably do it to where there's some crucial areas that would be kind of hard to reach, but I got some paint to be able to paint this whole thing, get it when we get it back together. So I'll be doing that because splotching paint onto where we have torched would just not look right, and a whole painted new front end looking with it being all rebuilt will be a whole lot better. So anyways, I work at the top side of the motor. I need to get the valve covers off of it and get everything cleaned up to where it is ready for valve cover gaskets, which I have not ordered yet. I should have them ordered in the next couple of days and have them on the way, or I will opt in going to Elmer's Repair myself, but we'll see what the week holds here. the next day here, and I got the valve covers off of the tractor here, and I'm gonna get these things cleaned up and get them ready to go, and I will show you what I found underneath the very back valve cover when I get to that point. But got a lot of dirt underneath the tractor, which I'll try to get everything cleaned up here and get some other things cleaned up. I'm gonna clean up my muffler and get some paint on it while I'm here, and we'll see what I get to today. Time to go back together with things. Everything's tore apart, and I got most everything here to be able to go back together with things. So we are going to try to get everything back together in this thing and hopefully have it down at the show before too long here. First things that I'm gonna do today is, now that I got the parts, is I'm going to put the valve covers back onto the tractor, and I will get everything sealed up to where we can get the new turbo on, because the turbo was bad. Alright, just before the camera died there, I was working on the last cylinder there to adjust the rockers here. I got that done now, and I'm going to clean up where the mating surfaces are for the valve covers, and try to get the valve covers back on. And the settings that I was going with on the rockers was 0.015 for the intake and 0.025 for the exhaust, per what the service manual was calling for. I figured that while I was in here I might as well do that. I know that this is an old tired engine, and the back cylinder back here, which I will try to show here, has a lot of carbon buildup up on the top side here for whatever reason. I'm assuming that the valve guides are bad there, and that's blowing everything extra up to the top here. So therefore creating some blow by, and this thing's not burning 100%. For what we're doing right now and what I can afford, I'm just going this direction, and we'll try to justify maybe a rebuild, or maybe even letting this thing go, depending on what we get done here, and maybe I can find something that's a little better, and maybe somebody else can invest putting a rebuild into this thing. I would do it myself, but it costs a lot of money, and if you guys really are interested, maybe we can work out something towards that direction, depending on, you know, what kind of shape this thing's in. So just never know what the future holds and where this channel may go. But for now, I'm gonna quit yapping and get back to work. I used a trick by just WithamFamilyFarm. I will link them down below. Go check them out. Shout out to them. But we use high tack on the bottom side of the valve cover seal. That's what he tends to do. So then if we ever need to get back into the valve covers to do adjustments or anything like that, it's easy to take off because there's no high tack on the top. On the bottom side, that kind of makes a dam for oil, so then that there is no way really to have any leaks that way. I also used some acetone before I done that, try to get everything as clean as possible before I done the new seals. And now I'm gonna let that sit for a while before I do anything else, and I'm gonna try to work on my new air filter box, which is in that box right there. I'm gonna try to get everything from the old one transferred over and get it to where it's ready to go on, because this one is absolutely junk. It's seen too much water, and hold down for the air filters. The hold down for the air filters is busted off, so I picked up that one that's new in box, pretty cheap off of eBay, considering I was gonna need to buy new filters, which this one includes new filters. So I'm gonna work on that and try to get everything switched over. There's a few pieces off of this old one that needs to go onto that new one, so I'm gonna work on that now. All right, here's the end of the video. I tried to keep it around 20 minutes, but there's more coming out on this tractor, so be sure to be looking for some more content on this tractor. I don't know exactly where I left it off here because I recorded this beforehand, but anyways, we're not doing a whole lot right now other than doing a whole bunch of overtime with our jobs. So, or at least with my job. Dad's off of his overtime now, but anyways, we are doing some things here and there, and it's definitely cooled down. So be looking forward to some more videos, especially with the 1570 here. I still got plenty more content, and try to get out things fairly quickly here, other than us trying to operate the farm and whatnot. So anyways, without further ado, we'll see y'all in the next one.